to the channel. Ahilan here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing something very impactful and profound in regards to financial education. As you know, this channel is dedicated to empowering my viewers, my viewers, financial tips on financial education and other wealth creation vehicles you can utilize to obtain freedom. Now, this here is called the cash flow quadrant, and it's something I've learned from Robert Kiyosaki in one of his books I read, and I thought I would make a short little video about this topic because I really do believe it's going to be something impactful and something you can take away from. So let's get into the video. So in this quadrant right here, we have four quadrants, right? We have a E, a B, a I, and a S. So they all stand for something. So E stands for employee, B stands for business owner, S self-employed, I investor. Now, as the employee, this is where 95% of people find themselves at, right? At one point or another, if you're watching this channel, chances are you're an employee, or you're also you're self-employed or a business owner. But nonetheless, I think it's safe to say we've all been employees at one point in our lives. And I used to be an employee too, right? I used to work for an employer. But the thing is, working as an employee, you're trading in your time. So that I'm drawing a T that represents time for money, right? And in one of my other videos, I've emphasized that you can never really become, financially free working as an employee. And now my definition of financial freedom is something different. And it's not necessarily the fancy cars or the mansion, etc., or even designer clothes or whatever things that the mainstream media feeds you. For me, financial freedom means security, location, mobility, and the pursuit of happiness and freedom, and really to live life on your terms, right? And an online business is what can provide those things. So going back to an employee, so when I was an employee, I was always trading my time, the most priceless commodity on planet Earth. You can't put a value on time. It's priceless. So I was always trading in my time for money. And this is what 95% of people do with their lives for the most part. And again, if you're watching this channel, you most likely want to jump this quadrant and get into being self-employed or becoming a business owner, right? So let's talk about the S. So the S part of the quadrant is definitely a step up of being an employee. You're self-employed, but you're still trading in your time. Actually, you're not really trading in your time for money. Sorry, no. You're really trading in your services, right? So it's your service for money. So that can be things like Fiverr, Upwork, you become a freelancer, an article writer, a website designer, etc. So you're trading in your services for money. So in a certain way, you can say that time is still encompassed or still contained within this quadrant, but it's a step up from being an employee, because an employee, you're getting paid per hour, right? For every hour you give in, you're getting paid a certain amount of money. Whereas being self-employed, for the most part, you're not really punching in on a clock. You're just providing a service that somebody needs, and you really work on your own schedule or until the project is finished. So that's being self-employed. Now let's go into the most advanced side of the quadrant. And this is the side of the quadrant I would highly recommend you get into. And for my viewers watching the channel, I believe this is something you should all aim for in the long term, becoming either a business owner or investor, because this is what's going to get you financial freedom, right? This is going to get you to the place of, living life on your terms, creating the lifestyle you've always wanted, etc. So let's start off with becoming a business owner. I myself have become a business owner of multiple businesses. And the thing is with being a business owner, you're leveraging, right? You're leveraging time and you're leveraging money too, right? You're no longer working, letting money dictate you, but you let money work for you, right? It's a different type of mindset, right? You're not working inside your business, whereas the person who's self-employed, although is one step up above the employee, and is one step up above the employee, and is creating his or her own schedule to work on a project and is really just trading in his service for money. The business owner works outside of his business, not inside his business. So he works on his business. So the business owner understands the power of outsourcing and having systems. Let's write that down here. Systems in place to work for him or her. So you're really leveraging the systems to work for you, and these systems leverage the time and money. And now let's go to the last part of the quadrant, which is being an investor. Now, being an investor is, I would say it's similar to a business owner, but it's not really like being a business owner, because even as a business owner, you still require, it still requires your time. You still have to be there. You still have to be the visionary, and you still have to call the shots as a business owner, right? You're delegating as a business owner. Whereas the investor, it doesn't really require much of your time. All you're really investing is your money. So in this case, you're having money work for you, but you're investing in perhaps a startup company, or you're investing in real estate, right? You're using your money as an investment tool. It's like a seed, right? You're planting seeds to grow a tree or some sort of plant, right? And you're just trying to diversify, right? You're just trying to diversify your income by investing it, by putting it into wealth creation vehicles that have a proof of concept that can generate you a positive cash flow recurring month after month after month. So that's being an investor. So this is the cash flow quadrant, and as you can see, I've went over being an employee, being self-employed, being a business owner, and being an investor. And I myself have been in, I guess you could say I personally have been in each and every single quadrant. I've been an employee, I have been self-employed, I've done jobs personally on Upwork, I'm a business owner, and I'm now newly an investor. I'm a new investor. So I do invest in other things. And again, investing can be stocks, it can be real estate, it can be, taking your stake in a company by being an angel investor, initial public offerings, etc. So that's going to be all for this video. I really do hope you found it impactful and insightful. And if you have, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this video and perhaps suggestions or perhaps your personal experiences on being an employee, being a business owner, or being self-employed. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.